Hello everybody, this is Crypto Professor Girl. Welcome to my channel. It is devoted to decentralized finance and cryptocurrency and my journey in this new space. Some of you are probably wondering what happened to CPG? Is she hiding somewhere behind the rock? Nothing like that. Um, it's been, I think, 2 weeks since I actually recorded a video, and this is what's been happening. So, number one, I've been working on bringing more women onto my channel. As you guys know, I devote some of my time to promoting women in cryptocurrency and decentralized finance, and secured two speakers. So I have Wonder Woman. I met Wonder Woman in Drip community, and she's coming on my channel Friday the 8th, which is 1 week from now at 5 p.m. CST. And we are going to talk about her unique journey in decentralized finance. And I hope maybe she can also share some alpha about her new channel for the love of crypto. And then, secondly, I managed to secure literally a veteran of cryptocurrency and decentralized finance space. And that veteran is Nina. Now, Nina is somewhat mysterious figure because Nina is not on Twitter or YouTube. But those of us who have been in the Drip Rocket Science group or other rocket science groups know Nina really well. She's been a very strong contributor to the space. And the reason that I'm saying that she's a veteran, because Nina's been in so-called ROI dApps since the age of Tron. So Nina hopefully can tell us a little bit about her journey with Flow. She's been in Flow, she's been in Drip, and hopefully she can tell us in what other new projects she's in. And she has a very interesting backstory. So Nina coming on my channel on September the 23rd, Saturday, 7 p.m. CST. And I will put those times under the description, in the description box below. So that's one thing. I've been working to secure speakers for the channel. And then the second thing is that some of you know that in my latest video, I talked a little bit about what's next for me. I have been psychologically affected by the demise of the beloved Droid app, which is Drip community. I've been very active in the community, and I've been very strong investor, one of the early investors, because now I've been in Drip for 2 years now, and I took it hard when the token collapsed after the launch of DDD. And I think I spoke a little bit about specifically my feelings about sort of uncertainty, I guess, that people are facing that have not managed to ROI, or those of us that maybe actually maybe partially ROI'd only. So people who lost, and I feel somewhat responsible for people who I brought, or people maybe who watched my videos and got into Drip but have not ROI, people who lost. And I sat there and I thought really hard about the situation with the DApp. And what I will tell you guys is that, unfortunately, so far, every single ROI DApp that's been out there, including Flow, had the same type of chart where token essentially goes really down 99.9% of the all-time high, and all of those dApps, all starting with Flow, we have Drip, we have Arc, we have some other projects such as Plasive, I think. There was something else called, I believe, Golden Goose. So basically, all of them had the same fate. So, um, so what I know is that behind the scenes, drip community is involved in trying to support the price. But for now, I'm not bullish on the project, and I will not bring any new investors. And I am kind of just using wait and see approach to see whether or not all those community efforts can perhaps stabilize the token, but I don't know. So I'm open, but I don't know whether or not multiple games that people are working on, multiple projects, and I'm specifically talking about the community projects such as Stuff the Reservoir led by Emmett, um, several drip gaming apps that are going to be built on the top of drip, whether or not they're going to save drip or not. So it is possible, it is theoretically possible that they will not. But I am more or less supportive, and I've been financially trying to support drip. But for now, I would say that I am not currently bullish, and that the lesson I think that I want to share with my audience is that I think I personally took this persona in the drip space of being this wholesome, very wholesome, positive figure. I never said anything negative about any of the leaders of different teams. I've never said anything negative about the developer. I've been on multiple Twitter spaces with Kryptonite. I've done several megalodos with DeFi strategy. And if you guys followed me, I never said anything negative about members of the community, and I never said anything negative about the developer or the development team. Does it really mean that all these individuals are absolutely flawless? Absolutely not. And I think I was really trying to believe that the utilities that have been advertised by the development team, that they would actually materialize and come true, and they would be released as promised. However, as we know now, multiple delays um, led us where we are. And I'm not a developer, obviously, but I would say that in ideal case scenario, any ROI DApp like Drip would not survive unless there are utilities. And the utilities that we have, very minimal. DDD came, in my opinion, too little, too late. Another thing that I wanted to address, I was a part of the DDD testing group, and I would say that yes, we did see the rise of the token. We did see the rise of the token during the testing because community members and the developers did run sell scripts. However, I don't think it was necessarily accurate mathematical modeling because we as participants were given very large supply of both BNB and BUSD to buy the DDD tickets. So I don't think it was accurate mathematical modeling, and they, I guess, counted on people doing massive buys with BNB and BUSD, and that just did not happen in real life. I want to go back to my video, and I did make a video on my DeFi drip philosophy before the DDD got released, and I did tell everybody that I was hydrating, I was claiming and selling, but also claiming and saving some of drip. And I think that, just to follow up on that, I think this whole situation with drip taught me, and this was my first roid app. Like, I'm not a veteran like Nina. I think it really taught me that if I am in any roid app, I think the optimal strategy, regardless of whatever anybody is saying, is claiming regular claiming and selling regardless of the token price. for any specific individual investor, that's the best strategy. So if any of you are in Pulse Drip, and by the way, I am in Pulse Drip because I was in the golden leader state, and some of you know that that project unfortunately didn't work out, and the team actually reimbursed all the individuals that bought the NFT. So I did buy a set of NFTs, and they reimbursed me, and they reimbursed me with a P drip faucet. So I am in Pulse Drip with very few drip tokens. I think it's less than 20, and I am claiming and I am hydrating. I was not planning on entering any roid apps whatsoever after what happened with Drip, but I was given this faucet as a reimbursement, and so I'm interacting with the protocol. So what I would say, if you guys in P Drip, in Pulse Chain Drip, please don't forget to claim and sell every other day. So what I learned personally, and again, this is not necessarily my personal strategy, but this is the most optimum strategy for any roid app. So I learned that hydrate and claim is the best strategy. And the other thing I learned is that basically if mass adoption does not happen, and I think any of the roid apps have not gotten to the level of mass adoption, even though Drip probably was the largest, utilities need to be released, and they need to be released at the time of the DApp release, guys, not at some point in the future. And I think this is what's happening right now with ArcFi, because ArcFi is also not doing that great. So also the token is worth cents versus like $5.73, I think. It stayed for months. And what I would say is that if any new developers are releasing roid apps, they need to have utilities from the scratch, from the beginning, and not one utility but multiple and multiple utilities. Roid apps cannot rely on new investors only. Drip has been accused of Ponzinomics because it relied upon the organic growth through new investors, and that's just not enough. The trajectory of all ROI tokens is this. So the utilities need to come probably the moment that the project is open. And then I think the other lesson that I learned, that I've been thinking a lot, I've been thinking that I think that the best dApps out there, regardless of whatever chain they are on, is the dApps that have utility, that have real life utility. Gaming is okay, but I really would like to see lending and insurance, and I'm discovering that in Ether-based dApps such as Aave. Maybe integration with real estate, and we have a really new upcoming project. They've been doing really great, that started originally in Drip community, called Break by Break Crypto, with LD as the captain. So I think that this space is developing so much, but what it lacks, I think, and it would need more and more and more, I think it really needs the integration with real life assets. So what I would say, I think one thing that I did want to add is that, again, about Drip, like I mentioned, I did not say anything negative about any of the team leaders, but I do think that some team leaders were wonderful. Shout out to Kelly Snook. I think she probably was the best team leader among all, because she really looked out for the investors that were on her team, and she taught us individual strategies that actually brought profits to individual investors, such as multi-wallet strategies, and such as also the claim hydrate strategy, regardless of the price. So, but there were other team leaders, and let them just be unnamed in my video. But I do think that they took advantage of their um, team members. They led them astray. I think they advertised strategies that did not benefit team leaders, team members, but maybe just benefited themselves. Um, I am acutely aware of all the other problems that um, existed in the drip community as well, such as our main chat. So yes, I've been very positive for long, but I do realize that certain things need to be acknowledged. Mistakes they absolutely need to be acknowledged so that they are not repeated. So that they are not repeated in the future OID apps, and that they are not that people that are getting into the space are also aware of those types of behaviors, of those things to watch out. I also think that I think specifically the such a large community as a drip community, it's an amazing case study because I'm seeing just so many psychological phenomena that exist in real life, really, but we were able to witness them in that community from group thing. Okay, and I can tell you guys more. I promise to make a video. Group thing to certain idolization of the leader, to gatekeeping, to a group polarization, to group formation, social identity, and how people derive social identities from certain groups, belonging to certain groups. There are just so many things, really, that I think DRIP provides as a case study of this online crypto community. And I think that I will certainly be talking about it in my future videos. But for now, I am a champion of women in DeFi. I'm still exploring different projects, trying out new projects, watching very closely the Celsius and BlockFi cases because I lost money both BlockFi and Celsius. Um, and I'm trying to see what's going on with Base now, right? So it's a Coinbase new chain. I opened a Coinbase wallet. I got some NFTs, and I'm going to learn about the new dApps on the chain. And I think ultimately we want this space to be safe, but there are still characters that would try to take advantage of others. We want this space to be safe. We want this space to evolve. It's going to take time. So for now, unfortunately, it's wild, wild west. And we saw it in Drip. We see it in some other communities. And don't invest more than you can lose. Be very savvy about your investment. Don't just gravitate to one Telegram group, to one Discord group, to one Twitter group. Try to look for contrarian views. Try to get as much information as you can before you decide how to treat your investment, especially if you need to interact with your investment daily. Try to be safe out there. Make sure you don't share your phrase, right? Your secret key phrase with anybody. So I think there is still a lot of things that we can learn. And I think that still that DeFi, I do see that it is cryptocurrency and DeFi as the future of the money. And I am still bullish on this space as a whole. So this is probably my longest monologue here, and I love you guys. I'm open, and please leave your comments. Tell me maybe what topics you want me to cover, and I will be coming soon, bringing on new audience, bringing on new speakers, and I'm really looking forward to both Wonder Woman and Nina as my guests on Women in DeFi show. Thank you very much. I love you guys. This is Crypto Professor Girl. Bye bye.